All right, so it looks like we've got some breaking news here about Cori Bush's race. She was actually down 26%, and she, it looks like, has come back to win the race. It has now been called for her. The AP has not called it for her yet, but the decision desk, which previously was calling it for Lacy Clay, and then actually ended up having to retract it, has now called it for Cori Bush. Cori Bush is at 48.60 percentage points compared to Lacy Clay's 45.53. So she is leading right now by about 4.6 thousand votes, and it is reported that this is 100% of the vote. Now, back in 2018, she lost by about 30,000 votes, so a pretty massive comeback. And it's an especially massive comeback because she was actually down 26%. And so I thought there was no way she was going to come back to win. It was over. But actually, no, it turns out she actually came back to win. This is a Missouri House race in District 1. She was not endorsed by AOC. Lacy Clay and his family have been serving for decades, I think like 50 years or something like that. And so this is a huge, stunning upset in a trail that's been going on, you know? Especially with Jamal Bowman and Mondaire Jones and Marie Newman and all of these people that are sort of breaking these down. You're talking about another win. Now, the Decision Desk HQ had called it. They projected it for Lacy Clay, but then they had to retract it. It says DDHQ, which is the Decision Desk HQ, is retracting its call in Missouri 1st District race and calling it for Cori Bush. Our call was based on vote-by-mail tallies, but the election day votes pushed Bush to the lead. An important reminder of the challenges facing us in the fall. We apologize to our reader and Clay/Bush campaigns. So it looks like it is over. This does seem to add up to 100%. It looks like she carried the St. Louis City, and it was a pretty big margin. And then I believe she lost the St. Louis County, but it looks like the deficit simply wasn't enough to carry Lacy Clay over Cori Bush. As you can tell, it's by a couple thousand here. And so last time around, she did pretty well in St. Louis City, but still lost by about 5,000 votes. I believe that's now flipped. And she got kind of destroyed in St. Louis County. And the NYT currently is still sitting at 69% reporting. And so as you can see here, it has a lead of about, it's about 7,000 almost exactly in St. Louis City. And in the county, she's up by about 5,000. So we don't know what the final numbers are on these yet, or at least I can't find them yet, but we will know once the NYT is updated. But this is a huge, huge, huge win. It looks like Rashida Tlaib, by all measures, is going to hold her seat. Pramila Jayapal destroyed her opponents. Bernie Sanders endorsed Beth Doglio, is in the top 2 in her race, which means she's going to go to a runoff because Washington has jungle primaries. Even Eva Putsova in Arizona is actually doing pretty well right now. She's only down like 10 points. His first time running against the incumbent. This is looking really good. We picked up another seat. This is a super solid blue state, insanely solid blue. There's no way Cori Bush is going to lose in the general. There's barely any Republican voters in there. So we just picked up another seat. We're on pace to have like 10 plus Justice Democrats. And that's already enough to start pushing the corporate Democrats to make moves, because that's enough to block bills and to make sure and to make it so they have to make edits. Otherwise, you'll all vote down and then it won't go through. So this is huge, really awesome. Time to celebrate for another win. There's still more elections coming, so let's just keep pounding, keep trying to get these wins. And another key thing, this isn't Cori Bush's first time running in this district. It's the second time that she's running. And I've read on websites, some of them like incorrectly wrote that she lost and then it changed. But this is her second time running. So a message to all the candidates, you may not win on your first time, but you could win on your second or third run. So I went from her being down 26 points thinking, oh man, this is probably over. Maybe she's not the right one. Maybe not the right candidate, to holy crap, she's won this election. So huge, huge, huge news. This is amazing.